Hello there. Welcome back to Cordially Invited, where you all have been cordially invited to join us as we attempt to play some D&D 5e. Whether or not it goes successfully is very much up to my three lovely players in front of me. Because sometimes all we do is talk about bird poop for a while. And that's fine. I am down to bring some, bird knowledge in the vein of our savior, Brennan Lee Mulligan. But
our savior.
Sometimes we play D&D. Sometimes it's not all bird trivia. So, welcome back on our bi-weekly Wednesday adventure, where...
I don't know. Sorry.
Yeah. No, go for it.
No, you've said now, we are going to try to play D&D. A couple weeks ago, you said we're going to try to pull off a wedding. I don't think our DM has faith in us, or maybe it's our characters. I'm not sure.
I definitely don't have faith in our characters. How about that?
Look, always confident, full confidence all the time.
It's totally, you guys are doing great so far. I was about to say no one's died, but people have died.
People have definitely died.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure some did.
And could currently be dying as we speak. I've got a lot of notes here. And as I was telling Scott before we started, everything you do has consequences. I have a tab that says butterflies. And I don't mean the pretty kind. It's totally fine. It's totally fun. We're just having a super chillax, low stakes D&D game. Clearly, no emotional impact at all. I say that as where we had left off last time was you guys had discovered a group of dryads here in the Mingorn Forest, who Neve and Dove had spoken to, while Premac did a delightful distraction that included a lot more insulting some soldiers still. It just continues to happen.
You mean spitting facts?
Sure. Just gonna make a note of that. Scott continues to defy me. All right.
Premac, not me. No, it's not me.
I'm sorry, I'll cross that out. Crossed out Premac through Scott. But yes, you all, after Premac has run a distraction, talked to a couple of the dryads here in the forest who had warned your rather non-human party that the humans you were traveling with could potentially be in danger, as the figure that had killed the other traveler that you had come upon was a dryad herself. One of her sisters, Celine, who something had happened to her, and she had been driven out, started a fight with that guy. He cut her tree down, and she did not die, which was weird, because generally dryads die when you cut their trees down. After some...
Cut a birch? What? He cut a birch, right?
Yeah, no, okay. You're right. And making another note. I'm keeping a pun
sorry.
tally.
I will stop interrupting.
And no. I'm keeping a pun tally, and every time you make a pun, I'm going to roll a D100, and we're going to see what happens.
She adds a die to the damage that our next enemy does.
I'm just slowly making the big bad more and more difficult every time one of you makes a pun or makes a poop rock joke. So... Which, if you're just joining us, that means nothing, and you're very concerned for us right now. But I promise it is plot relevant. The poop rock
It's absolutely
is canon.
Plot relevant.
Yeah, it is. It's canon. Having secured your poop rocks and continued on as you are traveling through the Mingorn Forest to try and find the Black Boar that you can hunt, hopefully to get some glory for the princess that you are serving in these wedding trials. You all had made camp, tried to decide what your plan was going to be, only for Neve to sneak off and attempt to contact the dryad, which did work, absolutely did, also got some attention and you all were set upon by a rather undead dryad and a giant monstrous tree that smashed a few of you quite a bit, sending the entire camp into chaos until, as a group effort, and then with a lot of pre-max claws, you guys managed to yeet her out of the tree onto the ground for Premac to kill. Only, unfortunately, Premac failed a wisdom save and was surrounded by a rather concerning black smoke, where he experienced quite the vision of whatever had been on the Dryad's mind until it cleared, and everyone in the camp is now kind of holding their breath and trying to see, is the danger over? And, that's where we're going to pick back up. You guys have fought off this rather blighted tree, which has just fallen over when the Dryad died, and she burst apart. It's a lot of mushrooms. And if you think mushrooms are pretty, it's actually quite pretty. Some people don't like the fungi. Not sure why. And that's where we are. The camp is kind of staring at you all as the Dryad's body continues to rot. Premac, you are the center of attention right now because you did just kill the thing and then were in a tornado of black smoke that has just since faded.
And I think in that moment, right at the end of kind of seeing everyone look, Premac immediately turned, stalked straight to his tub, and climbed back in. Just to soak in the small pool of water at the bottom of it.
But everyone watches as you abandon the bodies, turn, and crawl into your tub.
You just see him kind of he doesn't, he'd been carrying his cloak beside him. He goes over, plops down. There's a notable kind of bloop as he sits down into the water and just head down and just kind of staring forward in his tub, sitting there at the moment. You start to see, no, but no, did I? Yeah, no, but there were three. There was three. Mumbling away to himself.
Okay.
Yeah, no, Dove was immediately looking over to Mana and should we go do something about that? Or
I'm gonna turn to the crowd and go, rejoice! The monster is dead.
Yes.
Yeah, you hear some of the soldiers put up a yeah, and the prince is like, awesome, and just starts going to kick the dead tree that fell over that he definitely wanted to get a few swings at.
A very good warm-up for all of you before the boar. Good show. Now let's all calm down and sleep. Nothing to see here.
Oh, I was going to say we should break out some drinks.
Oh, that too.
Celebrate. Yeah.
Good idea.
The prince and the
sure that's
nobles
better.
are very into that suggestion.
I'm gonna try to shepherd them into getting rowdy and getting completely distracted by
Absolutely.
drinks, and then I'm gonna duck out and try to go see Premac.
Absolutely. It's not going to take a long time for that to happen.
That is a good distraction tactic. I should implement that more often. Not sleep, but drinks. That's a good point.
Drinks almost always works, to be honest.
Okay.
Yeah, anyways, gonna climb up to the wheelbarrow and just peek in over the edge.
What does Mannequin see? Premac.
Mannequin sees a kind of a green dragonborn, kind of all hunched over, legs crossed, tail kind of curled around him strategically so that he's not exposed to the world, sitting in maybe 6 inches of water, just barely, in this wooden kind of barrel tub, which barely fits him. Well, I guess it fits enough for 2 people to be very close, as we've discovered. And Premac just seems to be whispering to himself and talking and just like kind of occasionally counting on fingers, occasionally looking up into the forest and like looking around, and starts. But no, if
Premac.
Yes.
Do you need a
You
bird?
okay?
Oh, yeah,
What?
that too.
A bird. That might
Answer
help
her
calm
question. Oh,
my
okay,
nerves.
cool. Don't eat it?
Oh, never mind. It's fine. What was your question?
Are you okay? You seem rattled.
Yes. Suddenly kind of sits up a little bit and looks around at the camp. Are there people nearby, or do they all seem to be in the revelries of drinking?
There's, you know what? There's a good, like, third of the camp that is just drinking and is, like, very clearly hyped up on some battle, whereas some of them just, like, were very over the fact that they got woken up in the middle of the night for this and are going back to their tents. You see that the guards, Dane and Bannister, would like sort of did a circle of the camp and are headed back to stand. This time, Dane is standing guard outside of the tents, while Bannister is back inside of the tent, where the queen is staying. And yeah, I guess I can delete some of these tokens. I'm gonna leave the tree there. It's fun. Aravan is kind of like around. He's sort of hovering by where he hasn't pitched a tent, doesn't have one, was just gonna sleep outside. And he's around, but he's not near you.
Okay. Yes, his tail kind of comes out and wraps around you a little bit to pull you a little bit closer and whispers and says, "There's something I think I might have seen. Vision, perhaps.
A vision.
Not quite sure. Yes.
Of what?
What indeed? Yes. Let me please describe for you. The 2 of you. Yes.
Should we get in the tub or?
Oh, it's always better in the tub. Yes.
Let me know. I'll just do.
Come here. I'm gonna like try to sit at the edge so my feet are in the tub, but I'm just leaning over. I'm gonna be like, "Come here, sit on the edge of the tub."
Oh, I'll climb up onto the platform and maybe sit so like I'm sitting, but then my feet are outside the tub. But then she's gonna do a little command with her hand towards the birds, and they're gonna do a performance that they do where they circle around her in like a donut shape, but it'll be like the whole tub area and just make some noise. So it's just like, all right, they shouldn't hear you. We're a little like weird, but we're always weird, so I don't know.
Doesn't this like draw attention? Like, won't this make people look at us?
Good training. Keep going. Good training. How's that?
That's
Sure. Yeah, let's go with it.
Thank you.
seems a little one wing fighting the other, if you know what I mean. That's fine. Old.
Are you talking about Dove and I, or just? Never mind.
Vision?
The vision.
Yes. So that dryad that we saw, the one in pieces down there, I think it showed me something as it faded. I feel like perhaps I saw something from its eyes, and perhaps, yes, this would make sense. Yes, agree. Yes, perhaps it would be best if I told you as well. Then you can also think about it, because it's right here. Having trouble seeing anything else at the moment. So what I saw, there were 3 soldiers, perhaps they were soldiers, guards, in a clearing of some sort. But only two were standing, and one was kneeling. Runes on the ground. Kneeling in the center of the runes, a large circle. Yes, the two standing, forcing the one onto their knees in the center. And then cut their throat. Not elegant, no nail, no claws, of course, a blade of some sort, cutting the throat of the one on the ground, and the blood pouring out over the runes. Doesn't make sense, of course. It's just the ground, it's just the runes, but suddenly, from inside the runes, there was a hand, an arm, fingers, claws, long, impossibly long, too long, coming out, extended from in the circle. Not by itself, attached to a creature, and the creature, attached to a creature. Creature started pulling itself out of the portal, and it turned and it looked at me. I looked at it, pointing over at the ground. No, at me. It looked. I think it did. No eyes, just a mouth. No face, just a wide open mouth. And then someone yelled. What did they yell? Something yelled. Somebody yelled! Yes, someone yelled, wait. Wait, did I yell wait? Did it yell wait, looking down at the body? Did somebody else yell wait? Maybe one of the soldiers yelled wait. Somebody else? Maybe I didn't see. Maybe there was others there. Someone yelled wait. And the creature was sucked back in. Yes. How do you find the water?
Very pleasant.
Yes.
Oh.
Well,
It's red.
Oh. Yes. I'll need more water!
Oh,
Shouts out.
part the bird curtain. Water!
the burden.
The bird.
The burden.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
A solid third of the camp is now even more drunk than they were before. I will.
Their con save.
Cool. No, that was not a con. Well, I could roll some con saves for these guys to see if they start puking. I'm rolling to see who might hear you. You see, as you shout for water, Dane and Aravan had their heads together, and both of them turned and just looked at you guys like, "What the fuck, guys?" And that's who you get. And yeah, you point, and Dana's like, and Aravan goes, he gets to go get a bucket.
Nice, right on.
Yes.
Yeah.
That's a good guy right there.
Yeah.
Solid.
Yeah. He's been in the tub. He understands tub etiquette.
Mhm,
Yeah.
mhm.
Good. All right. Were you seeing? Okay, you said it was. You're saying that it was you that saw this, though.
My guess is it was.
It's the druid that's showed you. It's the druid, not you.
I guess it's a druid's memory.
Oh, dryad.
Yes.
Dryad. Sorry.
No, I
Oh.
said druid, and then made you say druid, and then we all.
Yeah. That one over there was her
Yes,
memory.
The smushed one.
The mushroomy one.
Yes.
Spores. Just.
I feel like we shouldn't be breathing that in.
Oh, you
We
think?
should have started the party on the other side of the camp. Whatever, it's fine.
We'd have to move the tub.
You watch one
Yeah,
guy just
this-
walk right through it.
No. Just.
I don't know him. It's fine.
We can eat him first.
Oh.
I don't know him. It's fine. Yeah.
I mean, yes, honestly.
That sounded like a summoning, is what that sounded like.
It did.
Yes.
Why would they be summoning something on a busy, trading road? Well,
No,
trail.
not on a trail, in a clearing, in the woods.
Oh.
Didn't she?
Oh.
Yeah, because the dryad followed them into the woods.
Oh,
And-
she left her tree.
Yes.
I don't know why she left the tree, though.
Don't know
Well-
why she was a spy. I guess she died.
She
Perhaps
did
we should
die.
just leave?
We did do that.
Yes.
Mhm.
Perhaps
Some
we should just go
mysteries
find the
of this
clearing now.
forest will remain mysteries, I think.
Mm-hmm. I do think that it is mildly concerning that somebody wanted to do a summoning in the clearing.
Premac,
Yes.
I need you to make some wisdom save. As you hear Mannequin say, perhaps things should remain a mystery.
Oh,
13.
Okay. You feel a rush of panic as Mannequin says that it should remain a mystery.
Yes, no, I think, actually, it's time to go. We should find the clearing. Perhaps now. If you wish to leave it a mystery maybe for tomorrow. We
No.
find the clearing tonight, and tomorrow, then there's no mystery to leave behind.
I don't think that's a great idea.
need neither. I don't know if you noticed the large cuts all over everyone and the bleeding. Now is not a good time to travel through the forest.
Well,
Well,
would I notice him? Like, would I make the correlation of him panicking to things should stay a mystery?
Give me an insight check.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm not gonna even try. No,
Dump
just
stat.
Yeah.
Oh.
Uh-oh, 13.
it's-
Okay.
I keep. Okay, every time
It's not a
it
bad
rolls
roll,
set-
it's over
It's
its
not a bad
head.
roll, but the thing is, it does it's on D&D Beyond, and it rolls the die for you. And every single time I see a 7, I think it's a 1.
oh,
Yeah.
So I'm always like,
Yeah.
fuck! But no, it's
Arabic
decent.
numerals.
Oh,
13's
okay,
not bad.
yeah, 13. 13's fine.
With the 13, you get the sense that Premac does seem upset at the not knowing. You're not exactly sure what part of it is making him upset, or if it was something you said, or if Dove said it. But he seems a little bit more agitated now, for sure.
Well, maybe we can investigate this more, right? You know, we can look into it. I mean, we did piece together that the guards that went through were the Duke's guards, the Duke's party, which is concerning. So, you know, maybe it's not a mystery of the forest, and we should look into it. But not tonight.
Yes.
How far till dawn? Not,
I don't
No.
think we should go at dawn either. I think we should be careful about this.
We're not even sure which direction to begin, and we do have a boar to look for. So we're
Yes,
going to
we
be
do.
walking
We
through the
do
forest
have-
anyway.
You know, and we after we finish this hunt, we're
Yes.
going to rejoin with the rest of the group, and we're going to end up seeing the Duke again. So we can do
Yes.
investigating then.
yes. And ask them to lead us to the clearing. In the meantime, DM, can I recall any sort of unique foliage or, in the distant, in this clearing, was there any view of a distant mountain range or where the sun was or anything that might give me like an idea like, oh, this was, the trees were a little bit more broadleaf deciduous in this area, something like that might be something I could ask my colleagues to keep an eye out for.
Yes. I'm going to give you some choices here. You can just roll a straight survival check or nature check. I will give you If you would like to attempt to tap into the vision a little bit more to help you, I will give you advantage if you roll another wisdom save.
Oh, jeez.
Or
Okay.
third
Okay.
option,
Yeah.
you can roll a straight nature or survival and let me roll a d20. And I'm not going to tell you what it's for.
All right. Intelligence is not bad on so I got like a +3 on nature, but is the wisdom saving throw, did you say it was at advantage or disadvantage?
You would get advantage if you did another wisdom saving throw for me. You're going to get the advantage no matter what, but the wisdom saving throw will affect some things.
Okay.
Could be good, could be bad, who knows?
Yeah, okay.
Or you
I'm
can
going
roll
to-
and let me roll.
I am going to I like the idea of like more chaos, but I'm going to try to pace it out a little bit before I go too deep. Considering I just had a wisdom saving throw, I'm going to try Premac's attempt at recalling nature, because I feel like that's really what he's trying to do here. And he's not, it's not great. 12. Plus 3. Eh.
Well, it's a 9 plus 3, but yeah.
Yeah.
The 12, you, like, thinking through the flashes that are happening in your mind, you definitely recognize the trees were denser than where you are now. They were a little taller, they were a little thicker. Seems like it was deeper in the woods. You can't quite tell if you can see a direct, like, you'd have to have gotten real good at that throw to, like, get a sense of direction. The moon was pretty high in the sky. It was a half moon that night, and you remember yourself / the dryad running south. That's it.
Okay.
Like
I
back
would
away.
Okay,
South.
as running away south
Mm-hmm.
before I came out of it.
Yes.
So yes. Well, okay, if we perhaps this mystery, we should solve this one. This seems important, I think. So perhaps, yes, we continue with these royal people and that one who'll die from the spores, and we continue on the trail, and we keep an eye out as we get deeper into the forest, because I do believe it was deeper in the forest. Nighttime, the moon was half, you said? Half full. And perhaps we take trips into the woods at times to see what we can see. Perhaps we look for some clearings. Yes.
Sure, but we have to be careful. Yes?
Yes,
And-
yes, of course.
And, if we do end up a little busy and we can't go out, I can always send a bird or two to do a little loop-de-loop, and then, no risk to anyone.
Excellent.
That's a
Yes.
great idea. Yes.
Yes. And the bathroom break thing that you were doing today. That's perfect. Will you go into the woods and you say,
Well, only if it's close by. I think that only works for a short jaunt into the woods.
Yes, because then getting back to the group is a little difficult.
Yeah, then they're gonna wonder why I took a 3-hour-long piss.
Yeah. It takes a while. The way that your voice broke was so funny.
I couldn't get out the whole sentence without laughing.
You did.
No,
You did get the sentence.
I tried so hard to keep it together and I could not.
Always comes back to the bathroom with you three.
I'm so sorry. I have the humor of a 12-year-old.
No, it's great.
Oh my goodness.
Welcome to tonight's very posh episode of Cordially Invited.
3-hour piss.
Poop rocks, 3-hour piss.
Oh, fuck.
We got it all here, guys.
I'm already weeping.
It's a really emotional journey that we're going on here to find the bathroom.
Well, I think in the end, all things considered, I think if we did find this crazy rune with whatever summon creature, I think that would get us quite a few points in this event.
Oh, in the hunt?
Well, not the hunt, but like the
wedding.
The wedding, I mean, I'd rather not
Are they keeping
share points with the rest of you. No, not points. I think it's more like social points. Social points,
Social points. Well,
because we find a cursed ritual spot and get rid of a monster.
Dove, birdie, love.
Why are you saying these things?
Is it related to the Duke? I don't think we're going to get social points.
It's related to the Duke. When was that? Oh.
Right, it's related to the Duke. So I don't think we're going to get social
that together.
Points.
Yes, I see it now.
Uncovering his potentially evil summoning plot. That just seems like...
Oh. I don't know how on board I am with this anymore. I need those social points.
Well, I'm just saying we investigate it, but we don't make a big deal out of it, right? Like we just don't. Yes, that's a great idea.
Thank you.
It's
the other kind of social point. Yes. Yes.
You hear on the side of the wagon as Raven is dodging birds.
All right.
Bucket.
Thank you, Raven.
What is happening? You've got a bird NATO.
Yeah, she just does
like
that
one.
sometimes.
We're going to try a new trick next time. Bird NATO.
You just hear a bunch of tweets and squawks.
Do they really understand that? Like bird NATO?
I would like to get them used to the command words because the melody of the sound. They get used to it eventually. Sometimes they understand me.
Raven, I'll take that bucket. Thank you.
Yeah, he struggles a little bit and just hands you a full bucket of. I mean, it's potentially a little scummy water. It's from a stream.
It's probably less scummy than this.
Man just dumps it in. It's now slightly paler red water.
Yeah. That's fine.
Okay.
Thank you, Raven.
Yes, you shouted at me for water, so I got
some. I think
some.
he just shouted in general, but thank you very much for answering the call.
Yes.
Good man.
Are y'all are okay?
There are many useless people walking around on this camp, and I figured one of them could get water. Yes.
Am I counted in that? Because
no, you're very useful. In this case, you're useful because you got the water. I think that's what he's probably trying to say, right? Yes.
Maybe, yes.
I can never tell with Premac.
Oh, that must be
I
terrible.
don't think anyone
you
can.
got flesh in your teeth, and you just give a little smile.
Yeah, Raven's just I'm never gonna be friends with this.
Are you okay after that fight?
Raven?
Yeah.
Oh, sure. I mean, it's fine. It's briefly terrifying.
Your conversation with the princess got a little cut short by the giant tree monster. That was rough. I heard some of it.
No.
It was all right.
This is a great opportunity to go and comfort her.
Ooh.
I don't mean that as an innuendo, but it could be if you are really committed.
I'm gonna walk away from this conversation now because I'm uncomfortable with its contents. And
good day.
Bye, Raven.
Backs the fuck out of there. Cool. Goes back
That was
to
probably
Dane.
one of the best interactions we've had with him. That was good.
I think I've had better.
Oh,
All right.
Very true.
I haven't. No.
I've been wet every time I've interacted with him. That is pleasure.
I saw where that was going. Oh no.
Good on you.
Mm-hmm. I didn't know.
Take a take a
I
knee
tried
there
to
for
bring
a second.
myself back, but I can't. I can't.
I saw the look on Scott's face.
He was so ready to say
I
that.
was so happy, and I knew nothing good could come from that. All right. Well,
Oh my goodness.
a little more drenched Primac,
Yes.
and you do hear the revelry is starting to die down a little bit.
I will do you if you're gonna do a thing. Say that I just will do one thing before going to sleep. But yes, continue.
I'm just alerting you to the time of night.
Okay. Well,
I also want to do something before we sleep. So,
okay.
yeah, Abby, you go ahead.
Okay. Well, probably we good here. Break. Meet up tomorrow morning, and everything is normal. Maybe I'll send a bird. Is that all good?
Yes, Primac, real quick.
Yes.
Promise us you will not look for the clearing alone.
Yes.
Take one of us with you, or at least one of Bird's. Birds.
Birds. Yes.
Yes.
Promise?
I
Swear.
promise. Yes.
Excellent.
It's a little unnerving when you say it like that. I gotta say.
I,
Pinky swear.
Shing.
Big claw.
Yeah.
Mana extends her claw.
Oh yeah. Yeah. A little click.
They
I like
get
it.
locked together
Okay.
briefly.
Yes. Okay.
Very sharp people, both of you. Right.
Thank you for attending me in the tub.
You're welcome.
Yes.
Good night.
Goodbye. I would
In this-
at the same exact time. Goodbye, good night, it leaves.
As you're turning, in this brief moment of like, almost like slightly more wisdom than usual, a moment of, or charisma, I don't know what combination of the two, kind of goes, I am okay, and thank you for coming to check on me. I appreciate it.
Good night, Primac.
Good.
Good night.
Brief question for Mana Quinn.
Yes.
Was that intentional?
Yes, it was.
Did you mean it? Awesome. Awesome.
What was
Intentional?
that?
Mean what?
What was intentional?
Nothing.
Is that
gosh.
the promise? Is it this?
Primac doesn't know. Primac has no
fey
idea. But
Oh my
Did I just
god,
make a
Mana
fey
Quinn
pact of some
with
sort?
Mana? Holy crap! I gotta
Oh
stop
no!
talking.
I've also
I gotta
made a
stop.
pact.
Oh god. I didn't hear any whooshing. Maybe it's a smaller whoosh. Maybe it's a little baby whoosh. It was just like a wow.
I mean, the last time you heard the poof, like the boom of the promise
Yeah.
being, it was with Uli, who is a full-fledged from the wilds fae. So
Okay. Yeah.
you
And there were still
I-
birds flying around, so
there were still birds flying around, and I'm just gonna say Primac wouldn't know. Dove, you might know, but like didn't strike you in the moment.
Okay.
But that's there now.
Yeah. I didn't make any promises at least. Whew.
Just every time you guys say promise or an offer, my brain goes, haha, fun.
Word choice. Word choice. Oh my gosh.
So are you all retiring for the evening?
Mana's gonna go to her bedroll, but she's not gonna sleep yet. I have some things to do.
Okay. If you're doing your things in the night, then mine would come first. Like when
Okay.
people are sleeping. Okay.
I mean, mine is just like as soon as she sits down, but you, by all means, go ahead.
No, it's not even a big deal. Mostly just whatever. All right. So after hopping off the tub, looking about in the cloud of birds and kind of walking a little bit further away, guiding them with me as they know to follow, like my shiny glaive. And looking out into the cloud and spotting Bat Boy, who is still fully transformed in there. Just calling him down onto the glaive. Bat Boy, down here, come.
Yeah, this bat hawk who's grown a couple sizes, just kind of lands on a tree a little too hard, and like has to hop. Just kind of rights himself like he totally intended that. So
hello. Yes, very good. Good show out there. I think that how do I put this? I'm hiring. So if you happen to want to, hang out, I don't know if you enjoyed being an incredibly powerful beast out there, I got to say. I could let it happen more often. I will say, this is not permanent. You will transform back into your normal self. But if you hang out with me, I can give you a little something every once in a while when we end up in a fight.
You're gonna feed me?
Oh, of course, yes. I have rations, of course, for myself, and you can just share in exactly what I eat. You will be on my level as far as food goes.
He looks at you. Kind of looks at your birds. Goes,
and the rule is no eating the birds. No eating the birds is still a rule.
That's what I eat.
Yes, not my birds.
But other birds?
Yes, it is the way of things.
Perfect. Yes.
All right. Is that it?
Do I need to do something right now? Is this like a...
No, I'm mostly
you got
just
a job?
shake, but I suppose we can't shake. Well, actually, that is actually something that. So you how should I say?
I'll be
this?
around.
You vow to be under my service, basically.
Is it? She like looks at you for a second, and is like looking you over. It's like, do you want me to make a vow? You want me to make a vow?
Yes, I'll give you a name and everything.
He kind of like backs up and is like, well, this is okay, sure. You're gonna give me a name?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I vow. Immediately.
Thank you very much, Nori. Nice to have you in my group.
Moment as you make a deal with this bat hawk and give him a name in a fey forest. Absolutely.
How do you spell Nori?
Nori.
I like the parallel between Dove and her bat hawk and Neve and Uli.
There is some very good ones.
Now.
You do. Everyone needs a small pet. Ow! Cutie.
I mean, you don't know what's going on with Prima.
I thought it was a good name because he was so salty.
That's fair. That's totally true. You have just given this bat hawk a name after magically transforming him, so it's gonna be great. It's gonna be fun for me.
I'm sure that's not weird.
Yeah, as soon as you say Nori, he's just like immediately a little bit more fluffed up and looks like very pleased with himself. And he kind of like takes off and starts just like pride laps around the camp a few times. He's sticking close, but he's sort of like doing a hunt.
Confidence looks good on you. All right.
You just hear a very like a telepathic, "Fuck yeah!"
Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and now you have a named bird.
Good.
Potentially magical named bird now.
Well, currently magical, won't be magical in about 45 minutes, or give or take. But who knows? Yes. That is all. Basically just going to sleep, kissing every bird on the forehead goodnight, and
How long does that take you?
Oh, minutes and minutes. Well,
How
like,
many birds have you brought?
Oh, I'd probably. I'd. I was gonna say I didn't bring the whole swarm, but then I'd feel bad that somebody had to stay back. So I did bring everyone.
You didn't let Ren take care of any of them. It's just
D&D
all of
guild.
them.
Yes. No, I'd feel bad that somebody would have to stay back. So I mean, there's at least. Gosh, probably it only takes like a second per bird. So probably takes about 5 minutes to get everybody. Yeah.
A lot of birds.
300. What's that? 300 birds? That's 300
Yeah.
birds.
Yeah.
Close.
Yeah.
Yeah.
How
You have to
do
do
we
a whole
see-
lap of the camp as you gather them up.
Yep.
Kiss them each, give them a little good night. And,
What are their names?
Oh, we'll get to all of them in a moment. We've gotten. We have 5 on my list right now. That's it.
Yes.
Just 295 more and we're done.
That's the end of the campaign.
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
When we reach now you have 1 extra name because you have 1 extra bird now. So
Okay, so
301.
290. Yes, 296, and then we're finished.
Perfect.
Okay.
All right. That is Dove's evening as she makes a deal with a bird and who's now Nori. Mannequin.
Uli!
Uli, yes. You're in your bedroll. You call out for Uli. Feel a little tug at the back of your shirt. And there's Uli when you turn around. He's like hiding in your shadow, but he's there.
What did you think? I've never made a deal before. Did I do it right?
Very good deal. Good deal. More terms. You want to win.
Well, it was pre-Mac, and he's a friend. So, next time.
Friends are easy targets.
Next time.
Okay.
You know, I've
More
never
deals.
actually been to the Feywilds or anything, so.
It's not a good time to visit. Not good.
No?
Good time. No.
Hmm.
No. Otherworld nice. The wilds. Take
I've never been
friends.
to the other world either.
It's kind of boring.
Boring? That's disappointing.
Valtiel's a stick in the mud. Doesn't let us do anything fun anymore.
Well, what did you think of that dryad?
Which one? The living or the
Or
dead?
the dead one?
The dead one. She's very discordant. Very wrong. She was half not there.
Yeah. And pre-Mac's story. You heard that?
Yes. Runes in the forest aren't good. Forest and runes aren't supposed to be together.
They're not supposed to be together.
Not supposed to be. It's a fairy forest. You don't do human magic in a fairy forest. You don't mark it up with human
does make
blood
sense.
magic. Sounds wrong. So,
Interesting.
probably a bit of a danger for the wood.
I should think for everyone involved, it seems like a bad idea.
I mean, the wood's a person.
Yes.
Yeah, you're going to see it.
The boar?
The wood. The wood, the boar, the wood, the boar, the wood, the boar.
Oh, they're the same. Okay. That's interesting.
Didn't
what
you know?
happens if... No, they haven't told us a whole lot about this.
Humans.
Yeah, I know. So, do you know what happens? They talk about killing the boar. Does that kill the forest, or is it like some kind of ritual thing where it just like stops
Are
being
you gonna
a
kill
physical
the-
form?
Well, I mean, the boar dies, but it comes back.
If it comes back, okay.
I mean, it's like things die, and then they decay, and that feeds the wood and then the wood grows back. As long as it dies in its time. Is it its time? Is that what the hunt is for?
I don't know. That is something to investigate, I think.
The wood keeps this corner safe.
Yes, I really don't want anything to happen to the woods. I mean...
But if you're killing the boar to kill the wood so the wood can live, then that's fine.
Well, maybe that is what we're doing. Maybe that's just how we have to look at things.
Okay.
Does that make this... Is that what you mean?
I mean, I don't remember the last time the wood died.
Oh.
Haven't seen it. Someone might know. Someone might know what happened the last time the wood died. He's like looking out into the woods a little bit.
Do you want to talk to some dryads with me?
Yes.
All right.
Yes.
I'm gonna look into the woods and see. Do I see any eyes staring back at me?
Go ahead and roll me a perception check.
Okay.
Yeah, if I'm laying there all cozy in my blanket and I hear a woomph, I'm gonna hit. I'm not gonna be very happy.
You just caused a minor wolf.
Only a 7.
7. There's a pair of eyes very far back. Like they have not gotten close since the fight happened. They were around when you cast sending, but it seems like they're keeping a little bit of a distrustful distance. I mean, there's a whole host of reasons why that could be, but they're there. They're kind of around, but they don't seem close.
Okay. Well, I'm going to catch Dove's eye and wink and get up and go into the forest.
Awesome! That's lovely. We love this.
Just gonna like cock her head to the side, think for a moment, and then just look over to one of the birds and do a little go, and then it's gonna hop off. But then she's just gonna sit there.
Perfect. We're gonna deal with that in a moment. Premac, what are you up to? What's tub time with Premac like right now?
Tub time
That's
with
a mini
Premac.
series I want to hear.
Wet.
That's my podcast. I started a few weeks ago.
Oh,
Have you been listening?
gotta catch up.
Premac is actually going to go to sleep, but I think he's going to have a very difficult time sleeping, and he's going to be kind of tossing and turning.
Yeah.
And eventually at one point, I won't do it all now because it would probably be jumping ahead of where these guys are, but at some point early in the evening, even as he's trying to sleep, he wakes up at one point and finds himself oddly kind of shivering in the water, and takes his nail, and there's a cork in one end of the tub, and just kind of pushes from the inside and pushes the cork out and has all the water drain out, and then pulls his clothing over and kind of just curls up underneath of it in a dry tub now, or as dry as possible, and lays underneath that and tries to sleep that way. A little uncharacteristically for him.
Okay.
Oh. It doesn't sleep.
Okay, I feel like I missed a piece of description here. Was Premac naked the entire time we had that conversation?
Yes, he was.
Oh,
Strategic
okay,
placement.
Got it.
I remember you mentioning that, but I thought it was kind of just like it was wrapped around you, all like hugging yourself. But no,
Yeah,
you're
like I thought he was
okay.
still like under layers of clothing.
Yeah.
That makes the conversation so much better. Thank you. Okay.
Yeah. I'm just amazed at how fast he removed everything and hopped into the tub after fighting. Like,
No, that's just it. He didn't have anything on during the fight. He called
was
for one of the
naked.
dudes to carry his clothes with him because he was already in the tub.
Yeah, he did.
oh,
Yeah.
so there was actually a naked person in this fight. Last time we weren't sure.
Yeah.
This time it's for sure. Wow.
Mhm. Yeah.
This time it's your own doing.
Wow.
Yeah, I had some
Oh, wow.
some kid carrying his clothes around beside him for his Echo Night features and stuff like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Right,
You
okay,
threw that
yeah.
clothing at some dude and said, "Bring it!" as you marched into battle.
I
Several
remember this
times.
now.
Oh
Yeah.
man.
I'm sorry. I should have clarified the clothed state of all characters at the top of the recap.
We need to, at the start of each initiative, we need to count naked versus clothed.
Naked
Considering this confusion has happened twice,
Yeah.
we might actually need that.
If it happens a third time, then we'll implement the rule. But
yeah.
for now.
Okay. All right. Premac is attempting to go to sleep, manages to get just a little bit of rest as Mannequin disappears into the wood. After those eyes,
Yeah.
it's you and Uli and a bird
Mm-hmm.
going into the woods. The eyes are watching you as you get closer and closer. They seem to like get a little further back, and they almost like it's leading you just a bit a ways. And once you can just see the firelight that's still happening in camp. You can tell where it is, but you're enough away so that the dryad feels a little bit better about where you are.
Sure.
And you out of one of the trees comes the dryad that you spoke to before. She's kind of flickering through the trees.
The sister.
Yes.
Hello there.
Hello.
I was going to send you a message that I found your sister.
We've been watching. I know.
Yeah, you're already here.
Thank you for ending her suffering.
You're welcome. Yeah, I'm going to try to find out what happened. So maybe it won't happen again. I think.
It would be good. Why did you help us? Help her?
Why shouldn't I?
Well, you're traveling with humans.
I've been with humans my entire life.
That does tend to happen on this side of the world.
It's kind of the only way to go about things is to spend time with humans. I kind of
Doesn't
was
have
brought
to
here
be.
to be with a human, so
Doesn't have to be. You could go. If we could go, we would.
I don't know. But the fact of the matter is, I'm here now. How about that? I'm here now, and I helped you out, and I am going to be traveling with this party for better or worse. So, do you care to answer some questions I have?
I will attempt to answer your questions. She's being very careful as to not say any agreements of disagreements.
Yes, for sure. I want to preface this with I don't wish any ill will upon these woods. I don't want to hurt them, but I also don't really know what I'm doing, and I don't think the humans know what they're doing either. So I'm just trying to figure out what's happening. We're going to kill a boar, a big boar. And I don't know what will happen when we kill the boar, and if it's a bad thing or not.
The Black Boar.
The Black Boar.
That's what this is for. You're going to kill
Yes.
him.
Supposedly.
Why?
It's a trial for a wedding.
Okay. Well, that's the humans? This is their idea of...
Yes. I mean, I would not, considering the humans were also related to that ritual that drove your sister insane, I would not deny the possibility that there is someone with ulterior motives behind this decision. But I will say, of the people that are here right now, they probably don't know shit.
That seems very accurate as to generally the disposition of humans that enter this wood.
I think it's the disposition of most humans, to be honest.
We can agree on that. It would not... Killing the Black Boar of the Wood happens at times. Sometimes he just dies. We're not really sure why. He travels around and the other boars follow him, but he is getting older now. But the usual signs aren't there. He's not... It's a whole thing that usually happens is he prepares to end and then happening. It's circle of life and all that. But there's talk. We're worried about the next time the boar dies. Means that the wood is not safe. It's probably why that human's spell failed. The wood is its own magic. Doesn't take to other kinds of magic very well.
Well, okay, let me... So the boar... What is making you worried about the boar's next passing? Is it the fact that the humans are here trying to kill him, or is it something else?
I mean, it's always the humans trying to kill the boar is not very surprising at all. However, the last time someone killed the boar, people used that as a way of trying to use the forest. It's a place of power. The wood has a lot of magic, and until the boar comes back, you could use it.
Oh.
And the last people who used it were the Unseelie. So...
The Unseelie.
Yes.
Thank you. That's very helpful.
Are you going to kill the boar? Are you going to kill the boar, or is it going to be one of the humans?
Does that make a difference? I mean, specifically, if a non-human kills the boar versus if a human kills a boar.
The boar would die either way, but humans have a hard time talking to him. And certainly would have a hard time talking to his posse, as uncouth as they are. I don't think they'd understand. I don't think the humans would understand the process.
Oh, of the boar's death and revival and all that?
Yes, it's an undertaking. You kill the elemental spirit of a forest, and there's going to be some backlash. I'm not sure the humans could handle it.
Yes, that does, that makes sense. And is concerning.
You could ask the boars, the other one, not the Black Boar, the other ones that follow him. They travel in an odd little grouping. He provides some protection and magic and all of those things. You get close to him, it's a very wonderful experience, actually, especially for people. She kind of looks down at herself and looks at you, sees the fact that you're a tabaxi right now, and is like kind of weirded out by it. It's like people sort of like Sort of like us. I'm not sure why you're have the blood. Whatever. It's fine.
I'm actually gonna, as she like weirdly gestures, I'm going to revert to my natural form
Ooh. Would
as
you
a
like to
changeling, which is a solid foot shorter than Mana Quinn at about 5'7",
Yeah.
completely devoid of all color, almost human looking except for the paleness of their face, their white hair, and colorless eyes, kind of angular features, and just sort of sit there and be like, yes, yes, like us.
Oh. I haven't seen a changeling in a very long time. Thank you for this gift. We weren't sure how many had stayed.
Well, I don't know if I would consider it staying, but I am here, and I've never met another changeling, so you've just met the one. Just got the one here.
Oh, I haven't met a changeling for a very long time, so this is quite spectacular. Thank you. You've given me 2 gifts today. I won't forget that.
You have given me a great deal of information, and you've been very helpful. Thank you.
Can I provide one last gift of my own? You have a choice at the end of all of this.
A choice.
I don't know if it's a... Did you grow up around humans?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah.
So no one ever told you could go?
No.
You can go. To... What did the humans call it? The other world?
The other world.
It's sanctuary.
I can just
Pointing to
go.
the trees. We can't. Unless you take the tree with you. Which wouldn't be very good. You could... Yes, you can just go. Altior would take anyone. The last round of refugees happened 2 centuries ago, but I mean, as far as I know. But you could just go. It's an open invitation.
Thank you. I have to think about it, I guess. Didn't know it was an option.
Oh, I mean, no one's really spreading that information around. But anyone of the blood.
Right.
Because you have a home, if you want one.
Yeah. And thank you for your help. I should get back to the others and see what we want to do. I don't know. It's a lot to think about, and I think we're walking into things that have greater repercussions than we're prepared to deal with. So, thank you and good night. I'm just gonna turn around and leave.
Okay. When I see you...
Turn away with my shirt. Bye! And turn back into Mana.
Yeah, Uli's like scampering along behind you.
Yeah. Go back and sit down, lay down on my bed, curl up, pull the blanket over my head, and just try to sleep.
Beautiful. I think our evening then is concluded. You all are
Del stayed
welcome.
awake until the owl came back, and then she fell back asleep.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah, would you?
Yeah.
Oh, I guess it's.
He's not watching or anything. He's just
Okay.
like basically,
Yeah.
if something were to have happened or like an emergency would have happened, he would have known to come back.
Yeah.
Just in case.
And he would alert you that when Mana came back. So
Yeah.
you know that they have come back, and if nothing else, you all can take a long rest. And while
Right.
they are taking a long rest, we are going to take a small break.
A short rest.
Oh yes, we are going to take a short rest. We'll come back in 10 minutes at 9:21.
Okay.
And we'll see you all then. So don't forget your poop rocks.
Get that.
Let your birds out on a walk. I don't know how
Oh, yeah.
birds do is fine.
I'm going to switch
for
this
a hop.
scene.
Yeah, we're gonna go to break.
Dang, let's just go.
We're back!
Hello.
All right. Well, we have had an interesting and revelation-filled evening. Some a little bit more restful than others. Poor Premac. Premac's just having a hard time here. It's really not super fair to poor Premac there, but you all have long rested, which you can do in your sheet on D&D Beyond if you need to reset any counters and get any health back from getting slammed with a tree.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Yeah, some of you guys took some hits.
No, I was
from
half
that
health.
tree.
Yeah.
Yeah, from
I was about the same.
None.
it was fine. The challenge rating totally was fine. It was okay. You could have handled it.
We killed it.
You killed the dryad.
Oh, we killed the dryad. Yeah.
Yeah.
We took the shortcut.
I didn't expect you to yeet her out of the tree.
that was
Launch.
clutch, buddy.
That was good. Yeah, that was clutch.
So good. But yeah, you all have rested as much as you're going to rest for the evening. Did anyone stay up, keep watch at all? Cool.
No.
Neve is very much trying to avoid looking at the dryad.
Yeah, totally fair. The woods are currently watching you all for various different reasons. All three of you and the rest of the party too.
I got birds. They can watch. It's fine.
I mean, that might be why they're watching you right now. They're still very confused about the birds.
Yeah.
As are we all, honestly. I'm speaking as Lord Nolan here in this moment. who's
I've
having
still
a
got my
very
bird
rough-
blanket on. I do that every night. They just all.
All 301 birds.
Just
Anyone that can
bird,
fit.
you kiss it and you set it exactly next to the blanket.
Yep.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm pretty tall. I bet I could fit. I don't know how many birds per square.
Bird,
Pretty dumb.
back to chest. This baby can hold so many birds.
Oh,
This baby
man.
can hold so many birds. Oh, that's great.
Oh. Please, any viewers, if you have not joined our Discord, we would love if you joined our Discord. We need that meme created. We need
Yes, you can do that. Thank you.
this baby can hold so many birds. Please
slap the half orc.
join our Discord. It's link in the description.
Yes. So you all have had your night's rest. Morning comes. A few people wake up very early in the morning to start packing up camp and getting ready. And you all can kind of decide how early you would like to wake up. It's kind of like a cool morning. The sun is going to rise. You can tell it's a little cloudy right now. And it's a little cooler here in the wood than you're used to out in the open plain where the city is. So the morning is yours, knowing that you guys have another leg of this journey and one more night before you hit where you last were able to find the boar. Well, before the last group was able to find the boar.
I do have a morning
Yeah.
plan request that I'd like to do.
Yeah.
I think Bird gets up a little early, partially because her birds wake up, so she wakes up as well. And you said Premac was kind of restless. Does he seem like awake now? Ish?
Yeah, when you he would get up fairly early, and in fact, when you're getting up, he's probably getting up as well.
Premac.
Yes. Good morning.
Good morning. I see you're awake. I hope you didn't sleep too terribly. Not too many drinks or whatever.
No.
Anyway,
Just fine, thank you.
good. She doesn't spend a second checking. Like, is he telling that it was mostly a? Are you sure? Yeah. Okay. Great. I have a lot of mouths to feed, and I'm awake, and you're awake, and I know how badly you want to walk around in the forest. I was wondering if you wanted to go on a hunt with me this morning. Just some bunnies or something, but I mean, we can walk around a little bit if we happen upon anything.
Yes, that sounds. Yes, I like this. This would be good. Excellent. Yes.
Okay, very good. I'll call a couple of the predator birds with me. Leave the others back at the camp, and obviously Nori's coming, so we can get him something good.
Okay.
Yeah.
Give me a perception check.
Okay.
See if you notice anything in the morning.
Both of us?
I don't think Premac would.
Okay.
Oh, that was way better than I thought it would be.
19.
Hey,
Yeah.
nice
Nori
job.
is looking like the spell wore off of Nori.
Mhm.
Nori's still looking a little buffer than he did before.
Damn, boy.
And he's looking like it was nighttime. You couldn't totally tell what
Mhm.
Nori looked like in the daylight. But I mean, he was a pretty bird before, but instead of the yellow eyes that you had seen him with before, they're a little greener.
Oh,
They're a little greener in the way you're a little green.
oh, Nori. I must say you're looking dashing this morning.
Well, changes.
Oh, give a little scratch.
When
Yeah.
you're talking to the bird, do I hear you tweeting and squawking at it? What is it that I am?
I think that while that would be very funny, I think a bird, when she talks to her birds, it's more of like a little whistle. Like she does little whistles at
Okay.
them. And then
Okay.
they tweet back. Wow.
Um.
Make it a tiny bit cool.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are you talking to this one?
Yes. I like to, they're my equals, you know?
Hmm.
We talk, we make sure everyone's all right.
So what is it you're saying to?
No, this is Nori. He's a new recruit to the team, and I just told him he was looking dashing this morning, isn't he?
Looking over.
He's like preening. Very pretty, stark black bird with like white on its neck and chest, and now green eyes that look a little like dove skin tone.
Your eyes are very pretty.
He's a bird. He doesn't know that you just called the rest of him not pretty, so he's fine.
Premac
Oh,
likes green.
Actually,
Would hope so.
this has given me an idea. I was going to try to do this on my own, but now that I think of it and that I have a friend who is a wonderful tailor, I have this, pulls out the 200 gold piece gilded acorn that I need to cast Summon Beast. I have this acorn. I was thinking about fashioning a little collar thing for Nori there, so he could wear it. Because when I empower him, he needs to be around it. So if you could
Yes.
find a way to fasten it to him somehow.
Oh, yes, indeed, yes. May I touch your bird? Bird.
Yes. Nori, he needs to fit you, I think. We're going to get you set up with some battle paraphernalia, you know.
Yeah, Nori does like a one like last show off kind of lap around
Swoop.
and then lands a little too close to you, Premac, like clearly was trying to give you a little bit of a startle.
Yeah.
And presents very
Yeah.
pridefully his neck for you.
Premac in all his robes and gowns and everything at this point starts pulling things out from inside, and as we're walking we'll start to kind of like just brings his tail up beside different parts of the bird to kind of like measure based on how tall is the bird compared to his tail and the width and things like this, and he's getting things down. He starts jotting things down as you're walking, kind of getting measurements of the bird.
Oh, Dove is standing up so straight, looks so proud of her little friend. Oh, so good. Just love it.
Yes, I can see what I can do. Yes.
Thank you very much. If you want to hold on to it, just if we end up in like a scary situation, you'll need to toss it back to me. So, yes, here you are. It's 200 gold. Please be careful. It's a lot of gold.
Yes, this is An appropriate payment.
Wait. Oh.
There's the slightest of winks.
Yeah. She almost doesn't catch it, and then like, oh. Okay.
But his wink is just the internal lid inside just...
Ah,
Oh, can I even interpret that as a wink? I'm not even sure.
you're a ranger. It's fine. I think you
Alright.
get it.
Let's just go kill some rabbits.
Getting used to Premax quirks.
Yeah, we all are.
Well, they're learning.
We're all learning.
Yeah.
When does Mana Quinn get up?
Late.
I'm going to assume it wasn't stated, but I'm going to assume you turned back into Mana Quinn before you came back
Oh,
to
I
the
did. I
camp.
did state it actually. I
Yes.
did.
Yeah.
Okay,
On my way
good,
back,
good,
turned
good,
back
good.
into Mana Quinn.
I was busy typing a note down and because I was like, I don't remember it happening. Cool.
I was kind of watching for it too, and I was like, oh, okay, I'm down.
because that would have been
Yeah.
been
that
real
would've been
interesting.
wild.
That would have been
Um,
fun.
Did Dove also go and get mana for the hunt or just Premac?
I think looking down, just a guess, is Mana like totally asleep, or
She is so usually Neve and by extension Mana is just like flat out asleep.
Yeah.
But tonight Mana or this morning Mana is like fully curled up, like tail over head over ears, curled up,
oh,
not stirring, very soundly asleep,
I
but
think
weirdly curled up.
let's just bring her an hors d'oeuvre or something. Yeah.
Does she? Sure. Yes.
She just seems so bean, you know?
Bean.
Bean.
There's much fur.
Bean. I'm talking about, well, you know. it's fine.
Shape.
You just see like
Yes.
the end of her tail and like 2 ears poking out of the top
Yeah,
Oh,
of her sleeping.
very cute.
so cute.
That's very cute.
Very cute. All right. Well, you're gonna go on a little bit of a hunt.
Mhm.
Okay. Which way? You guys were headed northeast. Is the direction that you're going to be heading? You would come from southwest, clearly. Sorry, it's been a,
No problem.
been a
You
long
get through
day.
that.
We're just waking up. It's everyone's just
Yeah.
waking up. All the NPCs. speaking
Method
for me.
acting. I like it.
Yeah.
It really is. I'm very in character.
It's very early in the morning right now.
It's
I'm very
early
in my
the
20
morning.
The
characters.
world is tired.
As if there's only 20.
Oh.
And which way do you head off? There is
Whichever way is the deepest.
Okay.
Go.
Yeah, you head off. I think Premac heads off before Dove at that point. Then
Yes,
Uh,
Dove is a very good tracker. I think she just sees Premac so determined and then is like, I'll just lightly guide him towards. Yeah,
Perfect.
It's fine. Yeah.
Premac, are you looking for anything in particular? Or are you going off of straight vibes?
Straight vibes.
Good.
Just the only thing he's got to go on at the moment is deeper in the forest. So he's going to head deeper. He's a little distracted by the suddenly planning a garment. I think that's a little bit grounding for him, which is good. But in his mind, he would just keep walking. He's not really paying too much attention on even the hunt at this point in time. So he's not necessarily trying to be quiet.
Oh,
And
that's a problem.
he's just walking deeper into the woods, thinking about garments and how to make this bird garment, and would probably need Dove's intervention at some point to get back on track.
Yes. I think Dove lets this happen for like a solid maybe 2 minutes, and then it's just like, hunt is a serious time. This is essential. Premac, I know you're very excited and you're doing this thing where you're murmuring under your breath, which is okay normally, but when we're in the woods hunting, we must be silent, as animals' ears are better than you would know. You have very good ears, I assume. Do you have ears? No, you don't. Never mind. No, they're probably in there. They're holes.
Yes, I have ears.
Okay.
I hear you.
Yes, I don't know. Oh, echolocation? I don't know.
Not actually a
You
terrible
like click some.
assumption.
You click sometimes. I don't know. Quiet.
What are you asking me?
Oh, basically, shush. Good. All right. And then fucking throws a fucking spear.
Give me an attack roll.
Okay. Not hit Premac. Add an
Down
animal.
Premac, down Premac.
And
There's
PvP is
stuff
on.
out there. Let's see
Be
what
quiet, damn it.
let's see what you might
I
hit.
said quiet. All right. Ooh. 16.
16. Yeah, as you're getting Premac to quiet down and calm down a little bit, you just throw your spear
Glaive.
into the forest, and you just hear a very it's sort of a scream that sounds a little weirder. Like you thought you might have hit a rabbit. You didn't hit a rabbit. As you go and get the glaive, you definitely hit a raccoon. That was just like burrow. It was like trying to burrow in as it's early morning now.
It's ready to go to sleep.
Yeah.
I was like, good morning.
Yeah.
And good night.
I mean, it's dead. Like it died
Yeah.
quick. It's fine. You just now have a dead raccoon.
Not exactly what I was going for, but
Congratulations.
thank you. Okay. Yes,
What would
no,
you like
whatever.
me to do?
Well, would you like one as well? Are you going to eat? Would you like meat for breakfast, or would you rather have the rations that we have?
That looks delicious. I could eat that.
Okay. Nori's big. May just need like one or two more, but yes.
Nori is big
Tie up.
now.
Tie it up in a rope, throw it over my shoulder, keep going.
Cool.
Probably just grab like maybe 2 more animals, and then I'll go back. And then after I get like the amount that I'm okay with, I'll be fine wandering with Premac a little bit longer if he wants. But if the sun starts like fully like it's up and it looks like we can see smoke or fires or something, I'd probably start guiding us back.
Okay. Premac, I need a survival check.
Can I give him advantage?
Depends.
8.
I'm
Unless
very-
re-rolling that.
I'm a
say-
ranger.
If Premac makes it kind of known that he is like on the lookout for what he's searching for, you could help.
I think it would probably come up. Premac at some point would say, of course, it's important to remember while we're out here to keep an eye out. Whatever seems the darkest or deepest part of the woods, that's probably the direction we should head. I imagine that's where your game would be, of course, too. But, of course, mystery as well to be solved.
Yes, just watch out for bears. Caves, bears. But yes.
Yeah, so you
I'll keep an eye
can
out.
roll that survival check again.
+1. Let's try it one more time. 15.
Yay!
15, not bad. Yeah, with a 15, you are traveling a little deeper into the wood for sure. The trees are starting to look a little bit more like what you saw in the clearing. It's not exact yet, and you're still it's still sort of like you're following a deer path through the woods, and you haven't hit the clearing yet, but it has that same like you're feeling the vibes are closer than where you were before.
I think this is the way. Do you probably need more of your animals, your food, correct?
Looks by now I probably have a couple.
Just roll me a straight. I don't know. Just roll me a d6.
Okay. Got 1 plus whatever this is gonna be. 3. I got 3, which is what I said.
Yeah, 3 more.
Yeah. 2, so 3. Yeah. I suppose, but the sun is at the point that it is. People are going to start stirring. We don't want to go without Neve. So
Right.
maybe we should gather them?
Yes, you should go get her. That sounds appropriate.
Well, see, if I just saying, this doesn't take very much intuition, but I'm quite sure that if I leave, you'll continue, and then you'll end up there. And then what if something happens while I'm gone? Also, we should eat these. You know what? It's not good to ritual cast with an empty stomach. Let's get you some breakfast. And then once we get to our demon summoning, you will be nice and full.
Okay. All right.
Very good. Very good.
You're good with directions in the forest, I imagine, yes?
Yes, very good, very good.
Yes, okay. Please note this direction so that we might come back here.
Takes out glaive, does a little shink on one of the trees. There we are. Also, the blood trail should do.
Excellent. Premac looks down at the blood trail, going behind, and the blood across the kind of the leaves and the ground and stuff. For a brief moment, Premac just kind of stands there, kind of staring. Yes, let's go.
Yeah.
And-
Bird is just thinking to herself, oh god, gotta get Neve. She's so much better at these things than I am.
Are you headed back to camp?
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, Neve?
As Premac, as you kind of shake yourself and start heading back
Remembering.
yes, remembering
the
where you
blood.
are, the blood, the leaves, and everything. You take like one last glance back over your shoulder, and give me a perception check.
And
give
here
me a
we go.
perception Check.
Ooh, 8. 8.
An 8.
Okay.
An 8. Oh, an 8. Okay. You look over your shoulder and it's like Dove is moving and you don't want to, like, you would love to stay behind and keep looking, but you know that that's a bad idea now. It'd be a whole thing. But as you glance back, you see almost like a flicker in the wood. You couldn't tell if it was something flying by or running by, if it was just an animal, but there was definitely movement behind you in the direction you had been going.
Dove, where's your little new friend?
Nori?
Quickly, point which way?
Up there?
Yeah, Nori is just like up on a tree branch. It's been following you.
Not the direction that I saw the thing?
No.
Get Neve or don't, your choice, but there's something on this way and we're going to go this way now. And I'm going to run.
As you
Is there-
start move, yeah.
Well,
No,
I
go
was
for it.
curious about the promise that Neve made him make of not to go alone. Does that have any
Yeah.
impact?
As Premac says that go get Neve or not and starts taking off, you wake up and you can feel like you're very curled up and like under part of your what you would cover yourself up was Uli is like staring up at you and is like tapping you and is like deal your deal.
My deal? What?
He's not keeping it.
Fuck. Could I get up and can I pinpoint where he is?
Give me an Arcana check with advantage.
Okay.
Ooh, exciting.
Yeah.
So many things pulling Premac in different directions right now.
Yeah, that was great.
Oh, that was
Nat
really
20.
Yeah, that's a nat 20.
22.
As Uli is like, just like, deal, your deal, and like and fairy things have been on your mind probably all night. It does not take you a long time at all to kind of feel that it's like a weird knot in the center of you, and you can feel one sort of to Uli, and then one like kind of zooming off into the forest, and you can tell exactly which direction Premac is going.
I take off running.
Perfect. You just take off running.
Sprint into the woods. No explanation. Throw off my bed covers. Full sprint into the woods.
Not even, I gotta pee this time. No, just go.
Going from being curled up, kind of waking up to fucked out. Beautiful.
You know, that I've seen my cats do that. So
Yeah, it's true.
full on zoomies,
Zoomies,
instant.
yeah.
0 to 100 real fast.
Yeah. So you will catch up there. In what's your speed?
Yeah.
My speed is 30 feet.
Oh.
Okay. Even as a tabaxi?
It is a tabaxi. I might have a climbing. Well, no, because changeling.
Right.
Because I don't take on the racial traits. I just change my appearance, which is
It's not as fun.
boring. I just use claws as flavor.
I know. I just love it. But yeah, okay. I will keep that in mind. Premac, you full on take
All
off
fours.
after. Yeah. Dove, are you taking off too after him?
I think looking at that, looking up back at Nori. Nori, catch the cat! Now, bring her here.
Yeah.
And then going after.
All right. Premac, you take off after whatever it was that you saw. You're not exactly sure the exact like pinpoint place in the woods, but you can like get the sense that you're getting closer and closer and closer to a thing, and you're not sure if it's like you're chasing a creature, a person, or just you're chasing whatever it is that is driving you. And you get to a point where you're gonna have to stop and catch your breath. Like you're full on sprinting on all fours
Real
after.
quick.
Yeah.
While he's running and while Mana is running, I'm going to cast Sending to him.
Yes.
And you hear, Premac, I fucking told you, don't go alone. Just yelled in your brain.
You get back. You get back, and actually, you might even catch the actual, like real, genuine. What's the word I'm looking for? Regret or something here. But he's like, you hear, "I'm very sorry. I didn't mean to. Please come as soon as you can. There's something out here. It might be the soldiers. Maybe, perhaps it's the thing in the woods. Perhaps it's what."
Yeah. The message cuts off.
He's still sprinting.
Give me a perception check, Mannequin.
Okay.
I think a bird's fly is probably 60, by the way.
14.
Yeah. 14. With a 14, as Premac's message is coming back to you, and he's clearly like rambling, it's like, I'm sorry, something out here. You hear just under his voice, a hint of another voice. And you've heard it before.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Through this exact same spell, in fact.
For anyone who might not know, what voice would they be hearing?
The last sending that Neve cast was to Celine, the dryad, and had spoken something to Neve before crashing through your camp with a giant tree hell bent on trying to kill all the humans there. So just under Premac's voice is a little bit of a hint of Celine. And Premac, you're taken off. You get to the point where you have to like pause, catch your breath, and you do like a quick look around, and you realize you're very close. Like you can feel it. You're very close now. But you've got to make a decision here on which way you want to go. You hear a little bit of water in one direction and just like deeper wood in another. and I'm going to have you roll nature to see which direction seems like it is actually the way you should go. If you would like to use anything to help you, you can.
Well, I rolled a 16 total.
It's not bad.
Have anything that would... I'm trying to think if I have anything that would assist me with... maybe what I would do...
I can get up to you.
Maybe what I would do is I would, as I'm running, I'm going to throw out my echo in front of me, above me. So the threads from my thing and this basically mirror image of Premac is ahead and above and jumping from tree to tree as I'm running. It's running along ahead of me, trying to get a better view of what might be ahead.
Yeah, absolutely. As you cast your shadow, I've got to look up, got to get to a specific thing. As you get to your shadow, and it appears and starts going through the trees, you have to take a moment because you've pulled your shadow out many times before. This is not new, but it's like it looks new to you. For a brief moment as the shadow materializes and right before it moves, you get a flash of the still and shadowy portal that the thing had come out of in the clearing. And as you blink and kind of get the image out of your mind for a moment, your shadow looks a little different. Just like a tiny bit different, but it's moving too fast now. You can't totally place what it is. And you get the sense that the way it's going, which is deeper into the wood away from the water, is the way to go. Dove, you've caught up to Premac as he's standing and trying to figure it out. Like you were on his tail, so it's fine. So you've caught up to him enough, and Premac, you now know the way to go.
You ass! You ass! You said you wouldn't. Oh, my side! Oh, I'm cramping.
You're here. That's perfect. I have not forsaken my promise to Mannequin. Quick, it is this way. Come.
Oh. Okay.
Perfect. Beautiful. And you take off?
Yep.
Yeah.
As you take off, it only takes you a few moments of still like kind of stumbling through the wood. Oh, my headphones are dying. Dramatic pause. You take off through the wood. Again, following your shadow, which just like feels more and more like an itch you can't scratch. Like there's something with it as you're continuing to stare, but you are completely distracted by the fact as you both come skidding in to an opening in the wood, and you found a clearing. It is kind of it's there's no more grass anymore. It is completely covered in moss. The forest floor is deep moss here, and it's kind of like creeping up each of these very tall, dense trees, and the moss looks a little funny. It's like early morning, so it's fairly wet, but like pieces of it are a little discolored, and it seems that you have found, in fact, what you're looking for, Premac. This feels very familiar.
Come to an instant screeching halt. Tail rat goes out, wraps around a tree to stop him, pulls him tight. Does the echo continue forward? Have I lost control over it, or does it stop for me? And if it stops, I would probably, since it was ahead of me, it probably would have ended up stopping 20 feet out in this clearing.
Yeah, it would have stopped and is like very much waiting for you here in this clearing. Are you looking for anything specific?
Immediately we start looking to see if I can see the runes, or see like any sort of circular structure in the center.
Yeah. I'm gonna have you roll an investigation check.
I'm good at those.
Yeah. There's some things that are very obvious, and then there's some things that are not. Dove, you also are like coming to a halt near this clearing. It doesn't have like it's a clearing. You've been in other clearings before, but it like clearly it has meant something a little bit more to Premac here.
Yeah, right up to into Dove's face. All of a sudden, turn. It's like, this is it. This is the place. This is what I saw right there. There was two right there. 1/3 on their knees. I was standing. Actually, was I standing? Is this the viewpoint I had from my?
No, not in
No.
the clearing. You were a tree. Like you were in a tree, which is very confusing and feels very weird to think about. But you were like up in a tree on the edge of the clearing.
I was somewhere here. This is where I saw. I have to find the runes. Come, and I'm gonna run in and start investigating for the runes.
Okay.
Dove is gonna flipper glaive and cast primeval awareness in the meantime.
19 for investigation.
Ooh. Primeval
Where
awareness.
is Mana? She's still running?
You are running. You can really clearly track this. You can tell that Premac has stopped. And I will say that you will have, like, as they're talking, you will have probably caught up once Premac has finished investigating.
Okay, yeah. Sure.
Which will be in just a moment. Ooh, a 19, Premac. Good stuff. And I mean, you cast Primeval Awareness, right?
I didn't, but I think Dove did.
Yeah, Dove did.
Yes, I did.
Can you just briefly just copy and paste to me the list of the things that you sense? I know you've done it before, but it's just 2 weeks is a long time. And there's, there's some
problem.
things
It's a
you should
stupidly
probably
long
know.
list.
Rangers, man, they do have a lot of stuff. Premac, with your 19, you immediately see this moss looks a little funny. Like, it's very dense, and in places it's very, very green. And then there's like pieces of it that look like dried out and white. And you can clearly tell that there was an impression in the center of this clearing. And all of it is kind of ringed in this white, and the rest of it looks like this very sickly kind of green color in the center. And almost like the edges of it, the very tops of the moss has started to like die. So you can kind of tell that probably is where you saw the portal. Looking around for runes, you're kind of scouring the ground, and it's hard to tell because there's like scuff marks. It looks like someone's sort of like either run through or trampled through or done something to this moss. If you don't know, moss is very delicate. And it looks like it's ripped up pieces of it. So you can't see runes there. But with a 19, you can clearly see that as you're standing in the clearing and taking a look around, there are 2 trees opposite each other that look like they have carvings in them. There's one on the east side of the clearing and one on the west side of the clearing.
Okay.
And as he notices this, Mannequin, you would have arrived on the scene.
Oh,
good. Yeah.
the fuck is happening?
I told him not to go, but he went, and now we're here.
You promised, Premac.
Yes, I'm glad you are here. Perfect. Come, quick. There are markings on this tree here and this tree here. This is the place, Mannequin. Come. And I will head to, say, the east tree.
The east tree. Yes.
East tree. Take a look at that one there. There's something on it, I believe.
I'll go look at the tree.
Absolutely. The tree on the east side has a rune very deeply carved into it. Almost like they started and then they just peeled the bark off of this tree to get in deeper. And the rune it's kind of odd. It's like a series of intercrossing lines. It's not, I don't think, hold on, I'm going to look at your sheet because I forget what languages you speak. No, you're good. These don't mean anything to you. You've never seen runes like this. I also don't think Premac knows it either. I'm going to just check all of you right now.
Draconic in common. That's it.
Definitely not any of those. And
I don't think it's me either. Doubt it.
None of you know the language that these runes are written in, unfortunately. But it's like these. The one on the east side of the tree almost looks like an X that has branching pieces off of it, and an open hole in the center, and one long line coming down. And that's on that one. It does look very purposeful. It's clearly there for a reason, but you can't tell what it is.
Etched in like with like a tool of some sort, or painted on, or is it
Oh,
a
it was
tree?
carved in. It looks like
Okay.
someone took a dagger to this tree.
Kind of with like an artisan's kind of look at it, like well crafted, like done well, or like hastily done.
It looks like it was done. The person who did it was not an artist. It does not look clean. It looks deep. Like whoever did it was very strong and had a very like steady hand, but almost like they didn't speak the language either. This is not a natural looking carving into the tree.
Okay. It is super functional, not artistic.
Yes, very, very practical, not very pretty.
Okay.
I'm gonna like sit and fume for a moment at the fact that Premac broke his promise and had to run all the way here, and god fucking damn it, he won't listen. And then I'll look at the tree, not recognize it. Uli.
Yeah, Uli like kind of pops up over your shoulder.
Do you know what this is?
Uli looks and then blinks and is like, you should leave.
What is it?
You should leave. That's not good.
What is it?
That you can't. Oh, yes, you wouldn't. That's not for the wood. That's not for you. It's not very good. That is a mark for draining. It says draining. That's the best word I can translate it to. It's stealing, draining. That sort of. Yes.
Did you hear that, Premac?
Coming over, does the rune there on the west tree, is it the same as the one on the east?
It's not. This one is a rectangle with 3 lines going straight down the middle of it, like up and down the middle of it.
Draining, stealing. Okay, excellent. There's another one. Okay, can your friend take a look at that one, please, Menaquin? Please.
Yeah, sure. Uli, what is it? That one.
He like looks, and he like his teeth are almost like gritting as he's reading it, and he looks up at you, Mana, and goes, "That one's a door.
A door.
Open. Means open.
Oh.
It's very old. The rune shouldn't be here. You should probably not be here. That shouldn't be here. You shouldn't be here. Oh, I should be here.
What happens if we destroy it?
Destroy? Whoever put it there, if it's and he like kind of reaches out and he doesn't touch it, but like he kind of gets close to it, and he's like, it's still magic, so whoever put it there might know that it's no longer magic if they're still feeding it. But that's it. It's good. That's it. You could destroy it. I don't know. It seems already. It's happened.
I'm gonna pull out my dagger
Yeah.
and try to deface it. Just,
Rad.
Why not? Yeah, just try to deface it.
And while you're doing that, Premac is headed to just where he thinks the portal in the center would have been, and is searching for either body or bones or blood or anything.
Mm-hmm.
Sorry, Abby.
In the meantime, I was gonna say I had been in the center, so I'd be there.
Joining you, yeah.
Because of what I sensed when I did my awareness thing, I pretty much went straight to the center and I didn't walk around the outside.
Mm-hmm.
And
So
I just like
you.
knelt down and started kind of like looking around.
Yeah.
The feeling that whatever did something to you, whatever gave you that vision, I got the same sense from you that I get from here right now.
Yes, that would make sense. This is the place. Did I say that? This is the place. We need to be here. Thank you for being here with me, so I don't break my promise.
Yes.
Right here. This is where they ended someone. And they fell, and then a creature came up briefly. From the
whatever. Yes, whatever that creature is, it's not like when I say I sense it, I mean it's not like sensing a beast or sensing a fae. It's called an aberration. It's not something that we should have on this around. It shouldn't be something that's possessing you or sitting here. It's not good. I know that doesn't help, but context, I suppose.
I'm gonna walk over and deface the other room too.
Absolutely. Uli is very much, he looks a little bit relieved as these things are destroyed. As you destroy them, you definitely see that whatever, like the tree that they were carved into, it's almost like it dries out. Like whatever was in this, like whatever the tree was before, once you took that rune away, it's almost like it's more of a husk.
Oh, I hope I didn't kill 2 more druids or dryads. 1, 2.
No, they were probably fucked up anyways. So
Yeah. It's fine.
I need to find where I was. Maybe the tree.
to what end, Premac? What are you going to get out of this?
I don't know. I have something is telling me to keep looking. I haven't felt this way before. It's very important.
Were the runes carved into the moss when you saw them?
Yeah, that's a good question. Were they in the dirt? Was there stone? Was it? I don't remember moss. I could tap into that memory if possible.
Good. You just knew that they were on the ground. You hadn't been paying enough attention in the thing to get the details that it's moss and not grass or stone or anything. But you could tap into it if you'd like.
I don't remember. The runes were here. I don't see them now. Maybe I will remember more if I find, if I can find the place where I saw it from. Maybe that will remind me. And I'd like to start kind of tracing the edge of the clearing, looking in towards the center, and see if any of the directions like click. Like, yep, this is what I saw.
Yeah. I will say you can absolutely do that. You can take your time to go kind of around the clearing there, and try and position yourself to see which tree it was that Selena had been looking through. And you try a few and it's not right until you get to one, and you sort of back up against it and turn to look at the center where Dev, you stayed in the center, right?
Yeah, still probably kneeling, looking at the moss. Yeah.
You turn and look, and in the center of this clearing, you don't see Dove kneeling. Like, you do for a brief moment, and you blink, and you're watching someone put their hand on Dove's shoulder and slam her into the ground. And you blink, and it's not Dove. And as you say that, that's where we're going to end.
Oh.
On no, wait.
Wait. The word he heard echo out in his dream was wait.
Oh, that's very good. That's very good.
And that's where we're going to end.
Oh.
Thank you for giving me all of that, all three of you. You've given me so much.
Well, thank you for giving it back.
You might not like it later. But,
We will. We absolutely
yeah.
will.
Oh yeah.
I want
yeah,
to preface that, Dove, you did not feel anything happen to you. Premax
Yeah.
saw a lot of
I
stuff.
was actually gonna joke around and be like, "Oh, Neve, hold my glaive. Pretend to cut my head off or something. Maybe it'll bring something back." But then I was like,
Jeez.
maybe that's too much.
Yeah.
With this group, it's never too much.
It's a funny
Maybe we can trigger
joke.
something in his memory.
Funny joke until someone gets their throat cut and summons an aberration. It's fine. It's totally fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, so much fun things happening. And so that is our story for today.
Oh.
We will not have a regular game on October the 20th. But we may have something other special streaming for you that day. Please make sure, if you haven't already, join us on our Discord. The link is below. You can also follow the Dice Cult on Twitter for some updates, or even Instagram. You can get some updates about what will be happening on the 20th with our show, as well as some chances to tune into some of our other shows if you haven't already. We've got some awesome ones here on the Dice Cult. And yeah. We will have to leave you. Yeah, join us on Discord. Follow us on Twitter. Follow us on Instagram. Come hang out. Be our friend. We're clearly very fun people. You would like your own poop rock. It's 3 easy installments of like, share, and subscribe.
Yes.
Yep.
We should get those in the merch store. Poop rocks.
Poop rocks.
Yep.
I'm concerned on
Our first merch item.
all of that. I don't. Yeah, we're good.
You'll have to name everyone with a different bird name.
Yeah.
Yes.
Little pet rocks.
301.
Yeah.
301 names.
Yeah.
We're
There'll be
gonna work our
301
way through
varieties
them.
available at the store.
Collectible. Yeah.
Yep. Collect them all.
And yeah, so join us here on not next Wednesday, but the Wednesday after for some sort of fun thing that I'm sure we'll be doing, but we won't have a regular game. I'm gonna leave you on this little cliffhanger. And yeah, thanks for hanging out with us, spending your Wednesday night with our lovely band of D&D nerds. And we will see you all next time. Have a lovely night.
Bye. Thank you for joining us. Thanks, Jackie, for a great game. Bye, everyone.